Hello, what I'm going to show you today is how to sow melons. Now, I've tried lots of different varieties of melons, and some of them do very well in the climate in the UK, and others just don't. There is one variety that I haven't tried, and people kept recommending it last year, and now I've finally managed to get hold of some, and they're called Emir or Emir, however you want to pronounce it. Now, these apparently are bred for the Northern European climate, so they are fast maturing and very tolerant of cool conditions. So it is ideal for unheated greenhouses or frames, or even a sunny spot in the garden. So hopefully these will do really, really well. Now, you can sow these inside February, March time, and we're just coming to the end of February, so I thought I would sow them. So it's very easy to sow them. So whichever variety of melons you have, they all need to be sown in exactly the same way. So let me show you how I sow mine. Now, I've got a little seed tray here. I am going to share the seeds out between both halves. Now, apparently there are 15 seeds, or average of about 15 seeds in this packet, so that will be absolutely fine. I'm going to sow all of them. Now, all I've done is I've filled this little seed tray with some multi-purpose compost. I've gently patted it down. I've filled it right to the top, so, and then I've patted it down so it's gone down just a little bit. Now, melon seeds are all very, very similar. If the melon is quite large, then the seeds will be quite large. These ones are, as you can see, they're oval. They're usually all the same shape, but they can vary in colour. Sometimes you can get black seeds, and sometimes the seeds are slightly darker, and sometimes they're slightly lighter. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to position these seeds. I'm not going to plant them flat like that, because if you plant them flat like that, then there's a lot of surface pointing up, so the water will sit on it, and if they get too wet, then they'll rot. So what you need to do is you need to plant them on their side. So I'm going to just gently place them like this, and once I have placed them, then I will push them down. If you push them down now and then you go off and you get distracted, then you may well come back and you will forget where you've got to. So this is why I always pop mine on the top just like this first, get them all in their positions, and then I will push them all down. Okay, I know that one's fallen over. Okay, now all you need to do then, once they're all in position, is you need to get one of the seeds between your thumb and your finger, and you just need to push it down into the compost about ½ an inch. Just like that. And that way you'll end up with a lot of little divots on the compost. Now, I'll just do the one, and then I'll show you the one, and then I will do the other one. Now, once you've put all the seeds, you've pushed them all in, then you just want to put a little bit of compost on the top like that, making sure that you fill in all the holes and cover them up like that. And once you've done that, then you will need to give them a good water. So I will carry on, and when I've finished this little section, then I will come back to you. Right, so I have done the other side. I've put more compost on the top, I've gently patted it down, and then I've given them a really good water. Now remember that this compost is very dry. If your compost is quite wet, then you won't need to give them as much of a water as I've watered mine, but because my compost is very dry, I've had to. But obviously don't flood them, but just pour some water over the top. You make sure that you have a rose on the end of your watering can spout. Just water them, let the water fall through, if you've put too much water in, then obviously the water will flow through, which is why you need holes in the bottom. I've then labelled them, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them in the greenhouse. I will put a propagator lid over the top of them. I will keep an eye on them. If the compost goes dry, then I will give them another quick water. Make sure you don't overwater them, because if you overwater them, then your seeds will rot and none of them will germinate. Now hopefully in about 2-3 weeks, maybe less, I don't know, it depends on the weather, they will start to germinate and they will start to pop through the compost. They won't come straight up, they'll curve like this and then they will slowly open. So that will be exciting. Hopefully most of them will come up. The germination rate is usually fairly good for melons. So I will keep you updated on their progress. When I put them then into their next little 3-inch pots, I will show you that, and then when I move them on and any other stages that I do with them. So hopefully these will do okay, and I will be getting some melons in the summer. Well, I hope that you are able to try and grow some melons. They will spend their entire life in the greenhouse, so hopefully we will have lots of sun and lots of heat, and they will do very well. But as I say, I will keep you updated on their progress. If you live in a hot climate, you can grow your melons outside. So if you say live anywhere from, you know your climate better than me, but I would say anywhere sort of from about the south of France downwards, maybe the middle of France possibly, then you should be able to grow them outside, but obviously it depends which variety you've got. Well, I will keep you updated with their progress, and I hope you found what I've shown you useful, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.